why I'm wearing a cap. I got the I got some bad. Yeah, I got half an hour of bad
Did you
stuff.
get a
Like
head mold?
I had the lawnmower out.
I was just gonna say that. How's the family?
We're good, buddy. We're good. Where are you? Are you Mumbai or where are you?
Yeah, we're at home. Just trying to get through, man. It's been difficult. It's been intense, all over the
Yeah.
world. It's been quite tough.
Mm.
Um, what's been happening in the UK? What's the situation like now?
Mate, we're exactly the same. We're in lockdown. We are completely locked down. I've not been up to much.
Mhm.
We've got two kids running around, but luckily we don't live in the city, so we're not stuck in an apartment like a lot of people.
Yes.
We've got space, so we've got garden. We opened the swimming pool today.
Mhm.
So we're very lucky that we've got space. But it's tragic what's happening, huh? Tragic, tragic, tragic.
I know. Sweet. You're at Wentworth, aren't you?
Yeah, we've got a nice garden out here. I mean, I'd love to be hitting
Mhm.
golf balls, but we've been told we're not allowed to. All the golf courses are closed, so I do a bit of chipping in the golf in the garden, but that's about it. Have you got space where you are?
Actually, we do have space. We went away to a farm
Mm.
before everything got intense. So we've been lucky. We actually have been in decent space ourselves, so we can walk around just within the compound. And yeah, as I was just gonna say, just be grateful. You don't know
Mm.
what people are going through, just being
I
locked
know,
in, and
I
I
know.
can feel for them. I see people just trying to get through these days. It's tough. It's tough to watch.
But I mean, in terms of you and in terms of your missus, you're obviously incredibly high profile, and you
Mm.
would be on the road now. I mean, I'd be in India now commentating and being on an airplane every day, going from ground to
Yeah,
ground. How nice is it
yeah.
though, from a family's perspective, to be able to spend good amount? I suppose I should ask your missus. I shouldn't be asking you this. To be spending time with each other all day, every day.
No, it's been wonderful. It's the longest we've spent together since we got married. Since we've been together actually. So I know
Really?
it's not ideal. We've never been in one place for this long.
Yeah.
It's bizarre, but yeah, that's been the case. It's not a good thing to, sort of single out the situation as something that you got an opportunity to spend. It is what it is. I mean, we are looking at the positives, we are being careful, you're being cautious, but at the same time, you have to appreciate family time. I was just going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say, usually at this time, I'd probably be saying hello to you in Chinnaswamy or some of the other
Yeah,
stadiums,
exactly.
not on Instagram Live.
Exactly.
So, yeah, these are
I
strange
know.
times.
It is, and they say that in the UK, it could be, if the public don't behave themselves, it could be a June lockdown. I mean, that's stuck in your houses until June to get rid of the peak of what's
Wow.
happening at the moment. I mean, and you say at least we have space. A lot of people don't have space. So, crikey,
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
hope people behave for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, try and just do whatever they can to get through it, and
yeah.
then hopefully we get through the rest of it. What are you missing most about not being able to be footloose and fancy free?
Nothing.
You're not missing anything
Nothing. I just told my brother,
apart from your barber.
my brother messaged me 2 days back and he was like, I'm dying. So in our place in Gurgaon, near Delhi, we have a gym in the basement. He's never used the gym. And now he's in the gym every day and he's understanding the importance of that gym. So he told me I can't take it anymore. I need to go out. I'm just getting stuck in the house and it's difficult. He's with family as well, but people are just not used to being home.
Yeah,
And that's when I told him, welcome to our side of the world, welcome to our life. This is our life
yeah,
every day. So
absolutely.
we we are in isolation every day.
That's true. Jesus,
Yeah.
especially you guys in India. I mean, at least here we can get out, and
Uh,
I think you love touring England and Australia and stuff where you can go to the beaches but I mean, in India, it's quite intense, isn't it?
yeah, it is. But to be honest, we're just grateful that we're home. We're in one place, with all the
Mm,
travel restrictions now. Imagine if we were still on tour and stuck in some country and
yeah.
could have been very, very difficult for everyone around, just stuck in different parts of the world. And I wanted to ask you, what's been the mindset of people in the UK? How are they dealing with the situation? How are they looking at things? And is there panic? Is there sort of
Mate, there
confusion?
has been a reasonable amount of panic. I think people stockpiled for the first week or two. a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I don't understand the situation at the moment. We live on the flight path at Heathrow, and you can still see some airplanes in the air. I saw one of the airlines grounded their fleet recently.
Yeah.
British Airways were talking about letting go of 30,000 people on leave at the moment, and so I mean, I still don't understand how they haven't completely closed the borders here yet. When I was shooting that documentary a couple of weeks ago, there was quite a big outcry. I flew in from, where was I? I was in, where did I fly? It was Mumbai or Delhi. I flew in from somewhere, and I walked straight through the border. No one's checking temperatures. At least in India, they were checking our temperatures. Before I even went into the hotel in Delhi, we had our temperatures checked. Everything was being checked, but it was very lackadaisical here. And apparently, it's still the same way at the borders, which is, I mean, it's crazy to think it's going on like that. Crazy. And the numbers are just going, they skyrocket.
I know
Skyrocket.
that's strange to hear. Honestly, our response has been quite good. I mean,
Yeah.
apart from few people that you would have seen the videos who haven't really respected the guidelines being laid out, and I just don't understand how that happens, because if you're looking to address a larger issue, there's a thing of unity that everyone should have, which unfortunately hasn't been the case with everyone. I think 80% of the people have taken it on board, but still those 20% can be a huge issue going forward. As you said, the spike is immense going into week 3 and 4. So I just hope that people, get some sense into them and just
How are
stay
you
off the
training? Are
streets.
you training?
We actually got all our stuff put into a big car, and we got our stuff here. Everything that, because I knew that if this goes on for longer, you still need to be able to train, and so I've got my lifting Olympic bar and plates, and there's a little garden to run around, and
All right,
so
E-man.
yeah.
All right, E-man.
Me and Anushka have been training well.
Mate,
Yes.
I've seen it. Don't call it an Olympic bar. You need to be calling it something, because the last time I saw legs like yours, they were hanging outside the nest. Little pencil legs. Here they are. Little pencil legs.
It helps. It helps when you got big legs like yours, and you still pop a calf muscle. I've never popped my calf in my life.
Hey, remember that. It looked like somebody shot me.
It was in Pune. I knew I was standing in slips, and I was like, "What the hell just happened to him?" So no use of big legs if you can't run. I'm sorry.
This is very true. And what I'm actually going to say now, leave it, guys. Me and Virat are having a conversation here, and I know that there's a lot of people are very interested in this interview. We're just talking as friends. We're talking as buddies, and we're going to go back to 2009 now. We're going to talk about Bangalore, and we're going to have some fun. This is just Virat and I having some fun. This is not for any journalist to take this on one way or another way and to create ridiculous headlines. So please, if you're going to do that, then it's obviously going to finish off any conversations between people who just want to give normal fans some content. So just please, take the conversation. Dude,
Okay, hold on. Don't worry about this big lecture, because no one's heard you. This is going to go off anyway, so just carry on.
Okay, I tried.
Yeah, that's good.
Listen, RCB.
Yeah, go on.
Talk to me about the bloke in the middle of the picture that I posted this morning on Instagram. There was a guy that I posted in between, that guy that's perfect and pure and has the most amazing beard, compared to this guy in 2009.
Well, I don't recognize him anymore, to be honest.
I do.
I know you do. Yeah, I know. Good old days, but we had a lot of fun. We had amazing times together. I think right from 2008. You came in 2009, didn't you?
Yeah, 2009 was, I think, that was my first season, yeah.
Yeah, 9 and 10 you were with us. Yeah, 2009 is when we really sort of got it going. We really hit off well from day one, and yeah, they were good times. I mean, you obviously came in as the star player, like the big KP, and this all over South Africa, brew, bloody hell. Yeah, but it was fun. I remember all those days, and playing with Jock and Dale and Mark Boucher as well.
And we had
Rahul
Rahul in our team. We had
Anil
Kumble in
Kumble,
the team.
Rahul Dravid.
Robin.
Dale Steyn.
We had a gun team.
Yeah.
Manish came on board. Manish Pandey got a century in that season.
Remember, he got a century there at Centurion Park.
Yep. You
What
know
were you
what's the
learning?
most? You
were
remember
you
Jesse Ryder and Rulof van der Merwe?
I forgot about those two. Jeez.
You
We
cannot
won't tell the
forget
story
about both of
Rulof.
them in that season. They were the highlight of that whole season. How can you forget both of them?
That's true.
They were bad news. They were bad news together.
Justice. That Rulof van der Merwe. You gave him anything that looked like a bottle of wine, and he just turned into somebody. It was, oh my goodness. It was.
I mean, the
yeah,
kind
that
of
was
things he's
funny.
done, I can't really talk about them.
Every single time I get asked a question about you, I always refer to the questions, even though you were a bit of a. In 2009, you always sat next to the right players who you wanted to learn from the most. You had a very inquisitive brain when you were sitting next to the Callises, the Kumblays, the Dravi. You just wanted to learn, didn't you? You just wanted to be the best player.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious. I mean, for a youngster having all of these people around yourself when you came and you were at the peak of your career, and for me, it was just an opportunity to just absorb as much as I can. If I wanted to go higher and higher, I just had to do it. So, yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. There's different ways you can look at the IPL. Nowadays, there are a lot of youngsters who still ask those questions. I'm not sure of the other teams, but the people that we interact with, the guys in the Indian team, they ask those questions, which are, the right questions. So, yeah, it's basically how you look at things, and I always want to just be the best version of myself, and learning from you guys was a no-brainer.
Did you think that you would become as good as you become?
Never. I was just talking to my coach the other day, 2 days ago. If someone told me 12 years ago you'll have these numbers after 12 years, I would have told them to get lost. No chance.
That's amazing, huh?
I mean, just God's been kind. If your mind's in the right place, if you're thinking about the right thing, you have the right kind of vision, and to keep following regardless of all the noise around you, the results follow. If you look at the numbers and keep striving for the numbers, that goes down, everything is lost.
So what do you strive for now? Every time you come out and bat, whether it be for RCB or for India, you're just thinking end game is to win, and how do I win this game? You're not thinking about anything. There's no other clutter.
Not at all. Not at all. For me, the most important thing is how can I contribute to make my team win? Because that is what we started playing cricket for. When we were really, really small. So I don't think why that intent should change, why that mindset should change. It hasn't honestly changed with me. There's a lot of things that people try and create in India. They try and cook things up, stir things up. You have experienced that a lot when you were playing as well. So it's basically you just have to block the noise. And whenever I go to bat now, I understand that cricket is a small part of our lives, and I need to be able to make the most of the opportunity that I have in front of me. And I have a larger responsibility now, to be able to maintain this culture of fitness, of taking the team in the right direction. And I mean, you just have to be grateful that you have this opportunity, and you just need to make sure all your energy is in the right place to be able to do that.
Where did your nickname Chiku come from?
Chiku actually came from, MS has sort of made my nickname famous from behind the stumps. In the stump mics people pick up. They call me Chiku actually like I'm their neighbor or something like that in India. They'll shout out, "Oh, Chiku, once photo, please." And I'm like, I have a name. You don't know me, but you can't call me Chiku.
Jesus, so when this all finishes, you're going to walk down the street, Chiku!
Yeah, I get called out by the name of Chiku all the time. No one calls me Virat anymore. Either Kole or Chiku. That's it.
It's amazing. I come to India and they all call me Peter. I'm saying, who the fuck's Peter? Peter! 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 Who's Peter?
No, I got this nickname by a coach we had in the state team, actually the Ranji Trophy, our first class teams. And I used to have big cheeks back then. And I had in 2000.
Sorry. You used to have what?
Big cheeks.
Big cheeks.
Cheeks, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for clarifying. I didn't hear you correctly.
I had big cheeks back then. In 2007, I thought I'm losing hair. My hair's shedding. I'm having a massive hair fall. So I got my hair cut really short, like yours now. I look like a clown, and I have big ears. So my cheeks stood out and my ears stood out. And so we used to have this comic in India, like a comic book when we were growing up, called Champak. It was called Champak.
Yeah.
And there was a rabbit in that comic. That character's name was Chiku. So the coach called me Chiku the rabbit because I had big ears. Came from, and then people started taking it up, and it went up to God knows where.
Brilliant, brilliant. And tell me, RCB, a lot of people, since this thing went out, I've had such a busy phone in the last 24 hours. I mean, it's crazy. Why? And one of the big things was they want to ask, why have RCB not won a title yet? I mean, we get asked it all the time. We have to try and explain it in the commentary box. It's like, oh my God, geez, just stop asking the same question. Do you get sick of the same questions?
Look, when you have in like history in the previous seasons as well, when you've had the biggest players who played for RCB, obviously there's going to be much more attention on the team. Now you see, even with this team, myself, AB, Gale had played recently as well, and all these big players have played for RCB. So we're always going to be more in focus. But we actually spoke about it. We've reached 3 finals. We haven't won either single one of them. We've reached 3 semifinals. But yeah, those things are irrelevant. Those things are irrelevant as till the time you don't win that title. So look, we feel the same as everyone, to be honest. We keep talking about the team that we have. Even when we've had the best teams, we've just not been able to do it. But yeah, that's one of our main goals. We actually deserve to win a title, to be honest, because.
Is that something that you are focused on now? We'll move on to Indian cricket in a minute, but is that something that, I mean, you've achieved almost every single thing in the game. Your numbers are crazy. Do you really want to win an IPL?
Actually, I've realized something, that to go after something so badly, it keeps running away from you. And I remember all the times when we've done well in RCB, we've never thought of whether we're going to win the IPL or whether we're going to reach the semis or knockouts or anything like that. But it's just that added pressure whenever we've played in the recent past. We've just thought, this is the season, and it's just blown us all over the place. So I think we just need to get that joy back. And at this stage of my life, to be honest, I give everything that I have on the field.
How old are you now?
Like, I'm going to be 32 this year.
32?
Yes, sir.
Jesus. Okay. No, I wouldn't have guessed that. Oh. I would have get 38, 39, somewhere around there.
32, 31. I'm 88 born, so how old am I now? 89, 90. I can't even count. I was shit at maths.
There's the headline tomorrow. Virat doesn't know how old he is.
I'm 31. I'm 31 at the moment. Yeah.
If that's as bad as it gets, then we've done really well in this session.
I'm 31. 31.
31?
Yeah.
Okay. We get on to Indian cricket, and we talked about your transformation from 2009 to the person that you are now, and how fit you are, and how structured you are, and how much you train. Was that something that you desperately wanted to bring to Indian cricket? I remember playing against India when my first time I played against India was 2006. We toured India after